Welcome back for another deep dive with us. You know, everybody thinks about self-discovery and personal growth. But today, we're going deeper than the usual stuff you hear.
All right. Yeah.
We're diving into 55 questions across 8 dimensions for a new you by Manoj Chintamaraksha.
Okay.
This book uses targeted questions across different parts of your life to help you reflect and take action.
Yeah, it's like having a personal coach, but in a book, you know?
Yeah.
Even just listening to us go through these questions can help give you some insights.
Absolutely.
Some of these questions are really thought-provoking.
Yeah.
Like we're talking figuring out who you are, at your core, what you want your legacy to be, even something as simple as your favorite animal.
I am intrigued already. Where do we even begin with 55 questions?
Well, the book starts with the foundation, the self-image.
Self-image.
And it kicks off with that classic question, who am I?
Right.
Sounds basic, but it's surprisingly tough to answer thoughtfully.
Yeah, it's more than just your job title or your relationship status, right?
Exactly. It's about understanding the experiences and influences that have, shaped you. The book uses this example of Alex Haley, the author of Roots.
Okay.
He traced his ancestry way back to Africa.
Wow.
And by doing that, he uncovered a deeper understanding of himself.
Interesting.
And it highlights that understanding your roots can really illuminate who you are.
And the present, yeah.
And the present, yeah.
So it's about acknowledging the journey that's brought you to this point.
Precisely.
In your life.
And once you have a better grasp of your identity, the book asks you to evaluate your self-perception.
Okay.
Do you generally see yourself positively or negatively? This is important because your self-image directly impacts what you believe you're capable of achieving.
That makes sense. Yeah, if you're constantly putting yourself down, you're less likely to go after your goals.
Exactly. On the other hand, having a positive self-image can be a huge motivator.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing your strengths, celebrating even your small wins, appreciating how far you've come.
Okay.
The book even talks about how past obstacles can actually make you more resilient.
Okay.
There's an anecdote about Walt Disney.
Oh, cool.
Where he says that the challenges he faced early on actually made his adult life feel easier.
Wow.
By comparison.
So those tough times weren't roadblocks, but stepping stones.
Exactly.
To building resilience.
And the book encourages you to do the same. Reflect on your own challenges. Acknowledge how you've grown from them.
Okay, so we tackled who am I and how we see ourselves.
Right.
What's next?
Next up is goals.
Goals, okay.
The book stresses how crucial it is to be clear about what you want to achieve.
I love that quote, clarity is power.
Yes.
But how do we actually get to that point of clarity with our goals?
The book uses this great analogy. Imagine having a private jet.
Okay.
But with no destination.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't matter how amazing that jet is. If you don't know where you're going, it's useless.
So our goals are the destination, our skills and efforts are the fuel.
Exactly.
To get us there.
And the book helps you pinpoint those destinations through these targeted questions.
I like it.
It starts by asking what truly fulfills you, both in your career and your passions.
Yeah, you should feel energized by your work, not drained, right?
Absolutely. The book then encourages you to break down your goals by time frame.
Okay.
What do you want to achieve in the next 6 months, 3 months, 1 month?
Oh, wow.
Even just this week.
So it's about translating these big dreams into actionable steps.
Right. And it's not just about what you want to accomplish. It's also about recognizing the resources you'll need and potential obstacles that might pop up.
Right. Being proactive and anticipating those challenges is key so you can come up with strategies to overcome them.
There's one question I found really thought-provoking.
Oh, yeah.
How would your surroundings change when you achieve this goal?
That's a good one. It helps you visualize the impact of your success.
Yeah.
Not just on yourself, but on everything around you.
Right. It gets you thinking about how achieving your goals might affect, your relationships, your living space, maybe even your community.
So we've explored self-image and goals, lots to unpack there.
There is.
What's the next layer?
Next, we delve into beliefs and values.
Yeah.
A section that really resonated with me.
Oh, nice.
It's all about recognizing the core principles that guide your actions and embracing your own unique perspective.
I love that quote from the book. The only limits you have are the limits you believe. So empowering.
It really is. And the book follows up on that with the question, what do you stand for?
Okay.
It's about identifying those non-negotiable values that shape your worldview and the choices you make.
There are some really thought-provoking questions in this section.
There are.
One that caught my eye was, what irritates you the most?
Yeah.
What do you think that reveals about a person?
It's interesting, isn't it? Our pet peeves often reveal a lot about our values. For instance, if you're constantly annoyed by people who are always late, it might mean you place a high value on punctuality and respect for others' time.
So it's like a backdoor into understanding what truly matters to us.
Exactly. The book also asks you to think about what you're ready to fight for.
Oh, wow.
What beliefs or causes are so important to you that you would actively defend them?
It's about knowing your own moral compass, being brave enough to stand up for what you believe in.
And the book wraps up this section with another interesting question.
Okay.
What does a successful person mean to you?
Ooh, that could be a loaded question.
It could.
It's easy to just jump to money or fame, but I have a feeling this book is pushing for something deeper.
You're right.
Yeah.
It encourages you to think about success in multiple dimensions. Physical health, character traits, finances, family life.
Yeah.
It's about defining what success truly means to you personally and not just accepting society's definition.
Defining your own version of success helps ensure you're not chasing somebody else's dream.
Yeah. Exactly. It's about creating a vision that aligns with your values and aspirations.
I love that.
So, before we move on, I'm curious, what's resonated with you most so far?
I think this whole concept of beliefs and values is really powerful.
Yeah.
It's making me think about what I truly care about and the impact I want to have on the world. How about you? What's standing out?
It's this focus on taking action for me.
Right.
It's great to reflect on these functions, but without action, those insights won't lead to any real change.
Yeah, it's time to put those insights into practice. Speaking of action, the book moves on to discussing opportunities, emphasizing that they're all around us, even when things feel challenging.
The book really challenges you to ditch the excuses and honestly assess your situation.
Okay.
It's about recognizing that we often have more resources available than we realize.
So it's not just about money or connections. What other kinds of resources are we talking about?
It's about looking at your skills, your environment, your support system, even things like local libraries.
Oh, right.
Or community centers.
Okay.
Resourcefulness is a mindset.
I like that.
It's about getting creative and seeing potential in what you already have.
So instead of focusing on limitations, you're looking for possibilities.
Exactly. And if you're feeling stuck, the book suggests asking yourself, what else could I do to reach this goal? And who could I ask for help?
It's about brainstorming solutions, not being afraid to reach out for support.
And once you have a few potential options,
the
book encourages you to figure out which one would be the most effective,
Right.
It's about prioritizing making strategic choices that align with your goals.
Absolutely.
One question that really made me think was, what do I think is required to speed up this process?
Ooh, that one hits home.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing that progress often requires some sacrifices, right?
Exactly. It might mean cutting back on certain activities, putting in extra effort, or even making some tough decisions about relationships or your living situation.
It's about honestly assessing what you're willing to give up or change to achieve what you really want.
And from there, we arrive at the core of it all, action.
Action.
Because without action, all the self-reflection and planning in the world won't get you anywhere.
The book kicks off this section with a quote I know is a bit bold, but I kind of love it.
Okay.
Ideas are shit. Execution matters.
Huh?
It's from Gary Vaynerchuk.
Gary V.
Gary V, as he's known online.
Well, we may not agree that ideas are shit.
Right.
We definitely get the sentiment.
Yeah.
Taking action is what separates those who dream from those who actually make things happen.
And the book provides a practical framework for turning those ideas into reality.
Yeah.
It starts with setting short-term goals. What do you want to achieve in the next 6 months?
That time frame is key.
Okay.
It's long enough to make significant progress, but short enough to keep you focused and motivated.
And then you break it down further. 3 months, 1 month, even this week.
It's all about turning those vague aspirations into a clear roadmap with concrete milestones.
I love that.
The book also emphasizes the importance of treating that first month as a training month.
What do you mean by that?
It's about giving yourself permission to experiment, figure out what works and what doesn't. You don't have to get everything perfect right away.
I love that. Takes the pressure off, encourages a growth mindset. You're learning and adjusting as you go.
Exactly. And speaking of adjustments, the next section delves into the power of habits.
Ooh, habits. I'm always trying to form better habits. What's the book's take on them?
The book actually frames success itself as a habit.
Okay.
quoting Earl Nightingale's famous line.
Oh, yeah.
Success is really nothing more than the progressive realization of a worthy ideal.
So it's not just about reaching the finish line.
Yeah,
It's about the consistent effort and growth along the way.
exactly. It's about building those positive routines and actions into your life.
I like that.
The book emphasizes the link between habits and self-discipline,
Okay.
and it describes self-discipline not as some innate quality you either have or don't, but as this continuous process of refining your behavior.
So it's like a muscle you can strengthen over time
Yes.
with practice.
And it involves two key components.
Yeah.
First, recognizing those negative patterns that might be holding you back.
Like procrastination, self-sabotage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And second, consciously developing new positive habits
Okay.
that will propel you toward your goals.
Right. So it's about replacing those unhelpful behaviors
Yeah.
with actions that support your growth.
Right.
That dual approach makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You're letting go of what's no longer serving you
Yeah.
and making space for new, more empowering ways of being.
And as we delve further into action and habit formation,
Okay.
the book introduces another crucial element: accountability.
Accountability can feel a bit daunting.
Yeah.
What's the book's perspective on it?
It frames it not as something scary,
Okay.
but as a source of support and motivation.
Okay.
Manoj Chintamarakshan highlights the benefits of having an accountability partner, someone who can help you stay on track, encourage you when things get tough.
It's like having a cheerleader in your corner,
Exactly.
keeping you focused.
And the book offers some great questions to help you find the right accountability partner.
Oh, perfect.
It asks, who will you associate with?
Okay.
It's about surrounding yourself with people who embody the qualities and values you admire, people who have a track record of success,
Right.
and genuinely want to see you succeed.
So it's not just anyone who's willing to listen. It's about choosing someone who inspires you
Yeah.
and challenges you to be your best.
And the book also asks, whose help is required for you?
Okay.
Recognizing that everyone has different needs when it comes to support.
That's true.
Some people thrive with a tough love approach,
Right.
while others need a more gentle, encouraging style.
Yeah, it's about finding someone who can provide the type of support that works best for you.
Yeah.
You don't have to limit yourself to just one accountability partner, right?
Absolutely not.
You could have different people for different areas of your life.
You could have a workout buddy, a business mentor, a creative collaborator.
Yeah.
It's about building a network of support that aligns with your goals
I like that.
and aspirations.
Oh.
And amidst all this hard work and dedication,
Yeah.
the book reminds us not to forget something crucial:
What's that?
celebration.
Yes. Let's talk about the fun part.
Yeah.
Achieving those goals,
Right.
big or small, deserves to be acknowledged and enjoyed.
The book dedicates an entire section to celebration,
Wow.
emphasizing the importance of savoring your successes.
That's great.
One question it poses is, what were your biggest achievements this year?
Okay.
It's about taking a step back and appreciating how far you've come, all the effort you've put in.
It's easy to get caught up in striving for the next thing and forget to appreciate what you've already accomplished.
Absolutely. And then the book asks, how would you celebrate once you achieve this goal?
Ooh, fun.
This is where you get to dream big. It could be a vacation,
Okay.
a special purchase,
Mm-hmm.
a gathering with loved ones, anything that brings you joy and helps you mark the occasion.
I love that it encourages you to plan your celebrations in advance.
Yeah.
It gives you something tangible to look forward to,
Yeah.
boosts your motivation.
And it's not just about those big ultimate goals.
Okay.
The book reminds you to celebrate the smaller milestones along the way, too.
Yeah. Because each step forward, no matter how small,
Yeah.
represents progress
Yeah.
and deserves to be recognized.
Mm,
Celebrating those small wins helps you stay motivated,
Yes.
keeps the momentum going.
exactly. And finally, when you reach those celebratory moments,
Yes.
the book asks, whom would you share this victory with once you have achieved?
Okay.
Highlighting the importance of connection and community, sharing your success with those who matter most.
Sharing those moments of triumph amplifies the joy, creates lasting memories.
It does.
It's a reminder that we're not on this journey alone.
Or not.
So as we wrap up this section on habits, accountability, and celebration,
Yeah.
what's resonating with you the most?
Yeah.
What are your key takeaways? It's that idea that success isn't a destination,
Yeah.
it's a journey
Right.
built on habits, support, and acknowledging what you've accomplished.
I agree.
You don't have to wait to be happy until you reach some endpoint. Find joy in the process.
That brings us to the final dimension in Manoj's framework,
Okay.
self-reflection.
Self-reflection.
This section focuses on regularly checking in with yourself. How are you doing? Assessing your progress, making adjustments.
Like having a personal GPS for your life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the book provides some powerful questions to guide this self-reflection process.
Okay.
They go beyond your outward achievements and dive into your mindset, emotions, well-being.
So understanding not just what you're doing, but how you're feeling.
Right.
And thinking as you move towards your goals.
For example, the book asks, what have you learned about yourself this week, month, year?
Oh, interesting.
It encourages you to pinpoint those key lessons and insights that have come up.
Yeah, those aha moments
Exactly.
that shape your understanding of yourself.
And building on that self-awareness,
Okay.
the book asks, what do you need to change mentally?
Okay.
This prompts you to identify any limiting beliefs, negative thought patterns holding you back.
It's recognizing those internal obstacles and finding ways to overcome them.
Sometimes the biggest challenges are the ones we create for ourselves in our minds.
Absolutely.
To help you work through those challenges, the book asks, how would you do them?
Okay.
This is about brainstorming strategies and finding resources to support your growth.
So taking proactive steps to cultivate a more positive and empowering mindset.
Right, whether that's through reading, therapy, meditation, talking to friends, mentors.
So many different paths to personal growth. The key is finding what works best for you.
And as you continue on your journey, the book encourages you to ask, what habits do you need to change?
Oh, that's a tough one.
This is about revisiting those ingrained patterns of behavior and honestly assessing.
Yeah, we all have those habits that we know aren't helping us, but so hard to break.
They can be, but the book reminds us that growth requires letting go of old habits that no longer align with our goals.
To support you in making those changes, it asks, how would you change the habits you need to change?
Yeah, creating a concrete plan, setting clear intentions, surround yourself with support that reinforces those new habits.
It's about bridging that gap between intention and action.
Exactly.
Turning those good intentions into consistent behaviors.
And finally, as you go through the ups and downs of personal growth,
Yeah.
the book throws in this unexpected question.
Okay.
What is your favorite animal and why?
Ah, that sounds fun. What's the thinking there?
It's about tapping into the qualities of that animal that you admire.
Okay.
Like maybe you love the lion's courage, the eagle's vision, the dolphin's playful spirit.
So finding inspiration in nature.
Drawing on those positive attributes to fuel your own growth.
Exactly. The book suggests visualizing yourself, embodying those traits as you face challenges.
I like that.
And one last question from this section I found powerful.
Okay.
If you describe yourself in a single word, what would it be?
Wow, that's a tough one.
It is, but it can be revealing.
Yeah.
Helps you capture your core identity and values.
Okay, before we wrap up, I have to ask about those unstuck questions.
Right.
We teased them earlier. What are those about?
This set of questions is all about tackling those nagging thoughts or past experiences that hold you back. Mental blocks that sabotage your progress.
Right, we all have those doubts and fears telling us we're not good enough or that we'll fail.
Those voices can be so loud.
They can.
They encourage you to confront those beliefs head on
Yeah.
and challenge their validity.
Okay.
One of the first questions is, what is stopping me?
Simple but powerful.
It is. Sometimes we need that prompt to get honest with ourselves, shining a light on those shadows we tend to avoid.
Exactly. And then the book asks, where do my thoughts ponder most of the time?
Oh, wow.
Pay attention to your recurring thought patterns.
Right. Sometimes we don't realize how much those thoughts are shaping our reality.
It's true. And the book also highlights two phrases that often reveal those limiting beliefs.
Oh,
I
yeah.
should always.
Right.
And I should never.
Yeah, those shoulds can be so heavy.
They create rigid expectations that stifle creativity and prevent us from taking risks.
By identifying them, we can challenge them and create more empowering beliefs.
It's about giving yourself permission to be imperfect, make mistakes, learn and grow.
We've explored all 8 dimensions of Manoj's framework for personal growth,
We have.
from self-image and goals to habits, accountability, celebration, self-reflection, and those unstuck questions. What a journey.
It has been. I hope it's been insightful.
We encourage you to revisit these 55 questions.
Yeah.
Journal about them, discuss them with someone you trust.
Yeah.
Most importantly, use them as a springboard for positive change.
Remember, personal growth is ongoing, not a one-time event.
Right.
Be kind to yourself, embrace the journey.
And celebrate your wins, big and small.
Until next time, Keep diving deep and keep growing.
See you next time.
恭喜你又听完了一本书，订阅以便不错过更多精彩节目，也别忘了分享给你的朋友，一起快乐听书学英语。